I got the network, and I'm never gonna get rid of the network. But I'm not. I'm snoozing through the current shows and watching the old content when I feel like it. Oh, and that's a great segue because
I had a segue. Too.
Oh, go for it.
It's funny you should say that because the more I watch the ECW shows, I'm starting to get emotionally invested in the Tony Stetsons.
That is a great segue.
You know what I'm talking about?
That is a great segue. ECW, April 5th, 1993. ECW on Sports Channel, Philly. It's from the Cabrini Dodge Fieldhouse College in Philadelphia. From the notes. Well, just... Okay, so you watched Battle of the Belts, and it was terrible.
Yeah, oh my god.
Okay, so first thoughts.
Hardest thing I've ever had to... No, the second hardest thing I ever had to go through. First thing was when my ex-wife left me. And then the second thing was watching Battle of the Belts.
You've never seen Heroes of Wrestling. Or you've never seen the Urban Wrestling Federation.
No, but I saw some promo videos on YouTube for it, though, but I've never...
I watched all 6 of those shows on YouTube. Those shows are the best.
Were they? I was saying
no, the best as in wrestle crap. Yeah, they're exceptionally terrible. But
I was rooting for the Urban Wrestling Federation.
No, I'm shaking my head, folks.
Yeah, he's shaking it.
No. All right, from the notes. Eastern music theme intro shows shots of guys that you'll see in the promotion, including the Superfly, the Super Destroyers, yes, JT Smith, no, Bulldog, yes, Anvil, yes, Don Morocco's Henny Gut, Sandman's Beer Gut.
Oh, not the Henny Gut.
Right, take a swig. 100-year-old Sal Balomo, Nikolai Volkov as a babyface, Ivan Koloff and other local geeks. Jay Sully looks like a Kevin Kelly doing a Bob Barker impersonation. Stevie Wonderful looks like DDP when he first broke in.
Yeah.
They bring out ECW President Todd Gordon holding the TV belt, announcing the TV title tournament. Todd then announces at the 11 Legend to the play-by-play booth, but Eddie Gilbert comes out. Todd then has Eddie look in the monitor as they do a Quantum Leap episode.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
I never watched Quantum Leap.
Me neither.
All I know is that it was a show that I used to watch after Quantum Leap. So I would watch like the last little bit of Quantum Leap, and he would always say, "Oh boy." And then the show would go off freeze frame.
He'd have jumped into somebody else by that point.
Yeah, so apparently the show was about a guy who would go into other people's bodies and right the wrongs of that person.
Oh, that's why. I just knew he was going in other people's bodies. I didn't know why.
Yeah, okay.
And he had a old dude.
Yeah, he had a Dean Stockwell as his immaterial guide. And
his imaginary friend.
Right. So he would be somebody, let's say he'd be like just like some, I don't know, he'd be somebody who ended up dying or ended up killing somebody, and then he would have to like right the wrong, basically changing time. And I don't understand how that works, because if the chaos theory is true, that the thing that he did to alter the past would have ramifications in the future, in the present and the future, no matter how small. So I was wondering, what if he was Hitler? Like, does he right the wrong and like stop? Like, I don't want to do the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like you see all these Jews just show up everywhere, and you have, Jews are like the new super Negroes or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so they do the long Quantum Leap vignette and show Funk. He did a guest spot, and now he's the third play-by-play guy for the ECW. Gilbert doesn't like it. Funk says, "Get in the ring." Either. Gilbert takes a powder. Funk then puts over ECW and the commercial time. ECW is sponsored by Carver W. Reed. Now, Carver W. Reed is Todd's pawn shop. So Todd is basically promoting the show. He's promoting his own pawn shop in the commercial. So when you see Carver Reed,
now that's genius.
yeah, man. It's a pawn shop. Okay, so don't look more into it. It's just, it's not. He's talking about like how it's this jewelry store or whatever. It's not a jewelry store. It's a pawn shop. They just sell a lot of jewelry because people pawn a lot of jewelry. And another tidbit: JT Smith used to work at the pawn shop. And when the pawn shop got robbed. And then JT Smith got implicated like it was an inside job. No. Yes. Yeah. You might hear that on Street Smart Audio, just saying.
Oh, he was the first black dude I seen on there. I was rooting for JT Smith.
Oh no, JT Smith. Are you gonna see a lot of JT Smith going forward?
That was episode 2. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. All right, so first match is the Hell Riders versus the Super D's with Super Destroyers with Hunter Q Robbins the third.
I like Super D's.
Yeah, I love the Super D's. Hell Riders are Easy Rider, which is the future Chubby Dudley, and a Fat Mike Awesome clone, HD Rider. Hell Riders jumpstart the heat, but the D's take over. D's are terrible. Stuff happens. Commentary is just about talking about which D is which. And Stevie isn't bad on color. And the D's go over with a powerbomb, somersault, senton combo in about 3 or 4 minutes. So it was like a 1-star match. I really want to say dud. Like, all these matches are terrible. There was probably like one match that I liked so far in all the matches because I'm like quite ahead on these reviews. So there was like one match, and it's actually with Stetson and Winters. Funk gets into a verbal spat with Hunter Q Robbins. He calls him, he called him Hunter Q Robbins the turd. Oh. Hilarity ensues. Longest fuck Sandman vignette to the tune of Big Shot by Elton John, I think. It sounded like Elton John.
No, I actually wrote that down because a friend of mine who gave me this nifty Superman watch,
kind of dope.
She actually introduced me to Big Shot probably about a month or 2 ago, but it's by Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Yeah. Okay. All right. Another guy that I don't listen to.
Yeah.
Sandman
looks. I like the song though.
What's that?
I like the song.
Oh, the song's cool. I mean, it was long.
That was a long. For promos, for video packages and stuff that was just very long.
It was very long, and I was wondering, like, okay, did they have a copyright infringement? Is it a public domain song? Because how is he getting away with showing all these copywritten songs on TV? But I guess Sports Channel was like basically like super public access, so whatever. However, they would show Sandman doing moves, which is hilarious to me because Sandman is so terrible at his job. So you see Sandman doing a wrist lock or an arm drag, and it's like, oh, he didn't do that. I don't remember Sandman doing this. All right. From the notes, Sandman looks like a fat Sting in '93.
Oh, Surfer Sting. I mean, Surfer Sandman.
Right. Still in the surfer gimmick with him doing moves. Kinda okay. Nothing like the sloppy drunk I'm used to. So the de-evolution of him is going to be fun to watch.
Right.
We go next was they showed a TV title bracket. Round 1 is Snuka was the first seed versus Larry Winters. Part owner tidbit. Larry Winters was part owner of Tri-State Wrestling Alliance until they folded and it became Eastern Championship Wrestling. Oh. That's why he has a featured spot on the cards because he was part owner.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Tommy Cairo, Iron Man Tommy Cairo is number 4 versus Sal Balomo, number 6.
Tommy Cairo is also undefeated.
Yes, the undefeated Tommy Cairo. Yeah. I'm sorry for not mentioning that. You know number 2 is Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert versus number 7 JT Smith. Stevie puts over that Smith and Gilbert could be one of the greatest scientific matches of all time. I'm sure he hasn't watched either guy wrestle ever. Number 3 was Glenn Osborne versus my man, number 5, Johnny Hot Body. I love that name. That name is amazing. All right.
Oh, man. And we get to see a lot of Johnny Hot Body.
Johnny Hot Body. All right. King Robert Belomo comes out with the Grand Lizard and some thigh. Iron Man Cairo is in Zubaz tights and fringe leather jacket. Sal Belomo is out with the Cosmic Commander. I forgot that.
Yeah, the fake Grand Wizard.
Yeah, I called him the Grand Lizard. Whatever.
So I gotta ask you this because
Okay.
for some reason this caught my attention, and it's not the only time, but it's one of the few times this dude's entrance music was dubbed into the video.
Yes.
Why?
I'm figuring probably sound acoustics because they were in a big, such an open place.
Okay.
So I figured just to overdub the music would just help buffer the sound and give it an illusion of a better production value.
Okay.
I'm not a video guy, I'm not an audio guy. I mean, I apparently, as you can see, I don't even know how to record.
You're doing a fine job, Fooge.
But that's just my summation of the situation.
Okay, 'cause it was very jarring, and then the very next dude, you could tell his stuff was playing in the spot or whatever, and then like it's just something I can't remember who else had their stuff done.
They all had overdub music because Jimmy Snuka's was the first time I realized it was overdubbed because he had jungle music. It was just some jungle sounds. It was like, it's like, all right, that's not racist. Yeah. All right, whatever. Okay, so.
Well, he is wearing leopard.
True. Funk has Cairo cut a quick promo, Shilling Sports Channel in the ECW marriage. They're putting over Cairo as undefeated, so I'm sure he will be top young baby face they push. Belomo is terrible. Test of Strength won by Cairo, but then jumped by King Rob. And I keep saying King Rob because he looks like the guy from Game of Thrones. That's just what it is. He looks like, and you said he looked like a Roman soldier.
Yeah,
or something
fat
like that.
Roman soldier.
Right.
Which that's what I referred to him in my notes. Still.
Oh, nice arm drag into an
And
overhead.
he was wearing a skirt. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, I guess it wasn't technically a skirt, but I just couldn't think of it anything else but a skirt.
I would call it a battle dress.
Oh, a dress. Okay, he's sassy with it and classy. He was wearing a dress. My bad. You know, because going to a dinner date afterwards.
Belomo, has a nice arm drag into an overhead wrist lock. It was still terrible. Match is still terrible, but I give props to cool moves. Funk says, "I wouldn't want to wake up in bed next to Belomo." End quote.
Yeah.
I guess Vicky.
Yeah. What do you want to wake up next to, Terry Funk?
I wrote, I guess Vicky is a beard. Vicky being his wife.
Oh.
Cosmic Commander is jaw-jacking with Funk and then jumps up on the apron. Johnny Hot Body makes the run-in. Hill Communications sends Belomo to the outside for the count-out and attorney. So we're off to a great start in treating this title as something special. I gave it a 1 star, but I can go to a dud. Hot Body Pearl Harbor's Cairo, misses an elbow drop, and then powders. Your thoughts?
Once I got locked, it's funny because in my notes, once I noticed that Fat Roman Soldier's music was dubbed in, freaking fake Grand Wizard stumbled getting into the ring. His foot got caught on the rope and he tripped and stuff. So like at that point, it just seemed like a blooper show and stuff. And so to me, the only thing that made this match interesting was the progression of the Cairo and Hot Body feud.
Yep.
The match itself. And,
No, the match is terrible.
Yeah.
Hot Body's awesome though. Overdub music plays as Tony Stetson, aka the Hitman of ECW, versus local journeyman Rockin' Rebel.
Oh man.
I don't know whose mullet is better.
You can look and see right here. I got Tony Stetson versus Rockin' Rebel. Rockin' Rebel apparently is the #1 contender to Sandman's title.
Right.
And I said with the rockin' mullet.
They trade moves as nothing happens of note. Stevie puts over Rockin' Rebel's body. Pause.
Yeah.
Funk puts over
Big
the baby face. It's the first show. Growing pains like me and Wood over here. More stuff happens. Sloppy stuff. Rebel puts the feet on the ropes to get the dub. 1 star, but I can go dud. Sully gets a promo with Rockin' Rebel as the number 1 contender for the ECW title. Quick heel promo calling out Sandman. Thoughts?
The only thing that I put on there that really, I guess, I would say tickled me was Tony Stetson kicked Rebel in the ass. Rockin' Rebel in the ass one time, and that made me laugh. So, other than that, nothing of note.
Wonderful insight.
Yeah. And I do what I can, you know what I'm saying?
Larry Winters versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Overdub Jungle Music brings Snuka to the ring. Very racist. Sully is brought to ringside to give an interview. Snuka escorts Sully to tell him that the fans, he has a contract with ECW, which I thought was hilarious, given Heyman's future business practices. And Gilbert is his new manager. So we got heel Snuka.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, Gilbert comes out to reform Hot Stuff International, which is an old Mid-South Memphis clique that he does. It's a revolving door of guys that come in. More so when he was in Mid-South, Memphis, because Memphis is more of a journeyman territory. Okay. So people just, come pop in and out for a month. So, local heel guy, you'll get Crusher Broomfield, aka One Man Gang, and he'll be in Hot Stuff International fighting Lawler for the week. Lawler beats him, and then he'll go to another territory. You know what I'm saying? So it was more like that. In Mid South, it was more. Let me see off the top of my head. Gilbert, Big Bubba, Dark Journey, Missy Hyatt, Sting, Rick Steiner. They were in Hot Stuff International. Or Hot Stuff Incorporated, I should say.
Okay.
It's Hot Stuff Incorporated down there. But yeah, it was more of a revolving door, kind of like how Kevin Sullivan or the Flock would do it. Raven would do his things, his deals. So it wasn't just a set group like the Horsemen or a set group,
So there's a lot of people in and out of high.
Yeah, First
high
Family
and stuff.
Yeah, more. Yeah, it's just a Memphis thing where guys just pop in and out because they're getting low payoffs and they're just trying to make some money real quick before they go to the real territory they're supposed to go to and make the real money.
So you just make a few dollars with high real quick and then roll out.
Jay Sully puts over Funk on commentary while Snuka is getting his new moveset in, basically complete squash with a couple of hope spots. The crowd is intrigued at heel Snuka because it's different. Another thing is the pairing of Gilbert. So you got the Memphis cheating style mixed with this New York showmanship. So it's a different type of pairing. So it's sneaky chicken shit with arrogant savage, and I thought it worked. Larry Winters with his noodle arms and legs and sissy man mullet. And his white boots. He's getting nothing in because he's really there just to put over Snuka. No one thinks he's going over. Yeah. Fans pop for the splash. 1, 2, 3, dud. Snuka throws out Winters just to let you know that he's a heel.
Ooh, man, dang. Poor Tony Winters, because I didn't even write his name. I
called him Tony Winters. I like it.
What is his name? Larry Winters.
Tony the Jabroni.
I didn't even write the poor guy's name. Because for one, it was two things that had stuck out to me was heel Snuka, like you said and stuff, and then because I had wrote down the bracket earlier, so when he was basically announcing when basically Eddie Gilbert came out as his manager and stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, these are the number 1 and the number 2 seeds going right here. We have a new heel Snuka and stuff. Eddie Gilbert's full on heel. What's going on with this? Because obviously it has to be some shenanigans somewhere, unless somebody's going to lose early. But that was particularly interesting. But other than that, I didn't even remember who Snuka was fighting.
Yeah,
he won with a big splash off the top rope.
That's all you needed to know because they're in the midst of forming the new alliances and this new promotion, so you gotta sacrifice some guys, and Larry Winters is just a sacrifice. I mean, he got the buggy whip arms, he has the noodle legs. He looks like he has like a pot belly, And then he has these white boots that look like they're made for walking. Shout out Nancy Sinatra for the old reference.
And that's just what they'll do.
Yeah. One day,
These boots will walk all over you.
They're gonna job all over. Terrible. All right, cool. Funk and Sully try to wrap up the show. And then Sal Palomo comes down and starts beating up a local geek,
a.k.a. Fat Roman Soldier.
Right, and
who just happened to be in the ring, you know what I'm saying?
Right, he just beats him up.
Yeah.
And he pinned him.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
it was like it was a match.
Right,
but
they just put over... He's a wild man.
Yeah, even though he lost. Then he... Let me see.
No, he got counted out in the title tournament.
Yeah, same thing.
All right, so wrapping it up, Funk and Gordon plug next week's matches, and then they go off. And voiceover plugs the mailbox. Overall, and it's not a bad show. It was just, it was just there. It's just, we're setting this stuff up. So I didn't think it was. It
was the inaugural show.
Yeah, I didn't find it too offensive or too bad. Like the matches sucked. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, it's 93, and here's a point. I got my 93 goggles on. I have my rose-tinted ECW goggles on, so it's not like I'm burying every match just because I'm burying every match. These matches sucked in 93. These matches sucked in 2017. These matches will suck in 2093. It's just, I mean, it's the fact of the matter. I mean, it's just, they're bad matches.
No disrespect to Tony Stetson.
No disrespect to Tony Stetson
Sandman
and Tony Winters.
Yeah. My bad, Larry. You know what I'm saying? My bad.
So,